Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Matthew Lawrence Scigousky, your expert at unlocking, developing, and using life assets derived from challenge, struggle, and adversity. And today we're going to go ahead and we're going to dive into the asset of taking action. Here's the thing, nothing, and I mean nothing, is going to change in your life, at least through your control, unless you take action. You see, we have thoughts that are running through our minds all day long, and those thoughts are actually the reality of our lives. You can take action and you can actually control which ones get in and which ones, most importantly, stay out. Dreams and things that you aspire to will be nothing more than wishful thinking unless you apply action. I like to phrase it kind of like this. The seeds of thought will never sprout unless they're watered with action. Before I go a little further, if you hear snoring in the background, that's my chief editor, Julius, my little French bulldog. I got some short videos on him, and I like using my shorts just to kind of give you a peek into my life so you can get to know me better. So if you hear him snoring, probably farting too, that's him. All right, let me get back to the video. So I'm sure many of you are familiar with or you've heard of the law of attraction or manifesting things. And I'm going to tell you something. I believe and use this 100%. But here's the thing. Many people think that all you have to do is wish for things and then sit around and wait for them to come. And that's not how it works. And I think that's why a lot of people struggle with it or kind of throw in the towel. So if that's something you have struggled with, let me break down how I use it to create all kinds of things in my life, and I make sure that action is a key part of the process. Remember, nothing in your life is going to change unless you make a change. So if you want something different, here are some of the key guidelines to incorporate and follow. All right, number one, stop worrying about the how. You see, everybody seems to get hung up on trying to figure out every single step without even taking a single one. That makes no sense. So the way this works is that as you take steps, the answers you seek will come to you and allow you to take more. That is action. Number two, make a decisive decision and a commitment to the destination that you wish to arrive at. You see, there's a distinct difference between being interested in something and being committed to it. Commitment equals action. Number three, gain an understanding that in order to get, you must first give. So if all you want to do is sit around and receive, there's absolutely no action in that. When you give, you apply action, and that which you give, I have found to come back in multiples. So give more, get more, pretty simple. That's how it works. Number four, which is I think very, very important, because this is what we call blockers. Negativity, excuses, doubts, and fears are nothing more than blockers to action. So if we can learn how to remove them, you're going to open up a door to taking action. Number five, and actually this is my most favorite, let's get biblical. Ask, seek, knock. I have this written down on a card. I keep it in my pocket. I have it in the notes section of my phone. Actually, it's a picture, and I look at it all the time, and I use this all the time. So the reason why is because these are all words of taking action. Ask for some advice, seek for some answers, and knock on some doors. You may be surprised when one opens up for you. All right, all five of those guidelines, if applied, can make a huge impact on your life because they all require action, and in order to change, we have to take action to do so. All right, I have a top 10 list here, and I want to go over a few more items because this top 10 list, this can add fuel to the fire of action. So here's my top 10. Number one, belief and faith. Walk in the direction where there's no evidence and do it anyways. And it requires belief and faith, two of my favorite life assets. Number two, persistence and resilience, two more life assets. The persistence and resilience to see something through requires action. An empowering perspective to see the positive side of things. This is number three. I did a two-part video series on an empowering perspective and how it's something I have used to make incredible changes in my life. I highly recommend you go take a look at it, but that's number 3. Number 4, purpose-driven will fuel your motivation to take action. I like to say, and I totally believe this, that it's incredibly difficult to get motivated unless you have purpose for fuel. So use purpose, and it's going to fuel your motivation. All right, number 5. Understand that mistakes are just part of the process. You're going to fail at stuff. You're going to mess up. You're going to screw up. But make sure that when you do, that you analyze it, you make an adjustment before you go ahead and try again. And that's how you get better at something. And just repeat that process. But if you don't make the adjustment, you're just going to get really good at doing something really bad. All right, number 6, small steps are all it takes to get started. We don't fall on top of the mountain. We take small steps to get on top. That's how it works. Number 7, if you want to find out what's around the corner, you have to actually go around the corner. Take some action to do it. Number 8, do you always want to be wondering what if? Like, I wonder what would happen if I had actually tried that. I wonder what would have happened. What if I had asked that person out? What would they have said? What if I had applied to that job? What if I had asked for the raise? And the list goes on and on and on. Here's the thing. I like to know things. So I toss what ifs into the freaking trash because that's where they belong. And you should do the same thing. Number 9. So this is something you can ask yourself. Would you like to grow and invest in yourself? Well, in order to do so, you got to take action. And then here's number 10, and here's the last one, and this is what I'm going to go ahead and leave you with today. I'm going to ask you, what do you have to lose? If what you're doing, or I should say even more importantly, what you're not doing isn't making the change in your life that you really want to make, why not just try something different? You see, I have found that most people are waiting around for their circumstances to change, and they're stuck in this reality based on limiting beliefs, which block the ability to create what they really want in their life. So my call of action for you today is going to be to stop waiting, for things to change and take action to begin creating the change you so desperately desire. I'm going to tell you something. I can relate. If you're in this spot, I know how you feel, and it sucks. I've fallen into this trap myself. And I'm going to tell you something. It wasn't until I reached one of the lowest points in my life that I had a wake-up call, and I realized, my gosh, you know what the real problem is? It's me. I'm the problem. And what had happened is that I had stopped being the creator in my own life, and I played the victim instead. And here's something about the victim. The victim does not want to empower you. It wants you to feel sorry for yourself. It wants you to swim in a pool of sorrow, taking lap after lap. How fun does that sound? And what it's really trying to do is it's trying to convince you that you're not worthy. And that's not your fault. You don't have to be accountable. And I'll tell you this, that is no way to go through life and be happy and abundant. So I promise you that if you incorporate just a few of the things that I discussed today and we're talking about in this video, you're going to begin to see dramatic change in your life. And, if you want to dive like full on into this and really get after it, then I've got an invitation for you. I just released what I think is one of my best book this is my 4th book called If Not Now Then When, Stop Waiting and Start Creating. I priced it at just $5 in the Kindle store, and I priced all of my books for $5, which is a ridiculous value, but I do it because I want there to be an avenue for them to be available to anybody who wants to get one, so that it can have the broadest reach possible, because I want to be able to help as many people as I possibly can. So it's $5 in the Kindle store, but I'll tell you a little bit about this book. I'm super excited about it. I actually wrote this book in 6 months, it was all inspired from really a chance conversation with someone who has become a dear friend of mine. And you're going to get to learn the story of a wonderful woman named Tracy, and how she has taken her life based on the circumstances that she was in, and she realized that she could actually start creating the ones that she really wanted. And so the story really, I wrote it in 6 months, and you get to follow the progression of her, but she's completely transformed her life and her reality, and really her entire outlook to a future of just being incredibly bright. So, if you want to learn more about it, click on the QR code at the end of this video, and then there's also going to be a link in the description to go ahead and just purchase it on Amazon. And I just want to say, thank you so much if you decide to check it out. And I also want to just say this. I want to say thank you so much for watching the video. I am having an absolute blast doing these. I started a journey 4 years ago of writing books, and it's been just an amazing journey. And now I get to take all that and really just share it on this platform. And I'm having an absolute blast doing it. And I'm learning a ton along the way. I'm going to actually probably do a YouTube series on just kind of my own journey. I'm about 3 weeks in right now. So, but it's already it's super exciting, and I want to be able to take the things I've already learned, and I'm going to share them with you. So look out for that video that's going to drop. It's going to be 0 to 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm going to hit that pretty soon, and I just want to be able to show people who are also interested in this how I'm doing it, because it's an amazing way to reach out to people and just add value into people's lives. So if you like the video today, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, and really leave a comment too. I would love just to hear what you think. And if you have anything specific, like a specific question, you can ask me anything you want. I promise you that I will answer it. And I've got all my social media on there. So if you want to reach out, if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, if you want to connect with me on Facebook, go right ahead. I would happily accept that. Hey everybody, I decided to just do a quick little drop in here. Julius wanted to say hi. He is my chief editor, and yep, thanks, buddy. I know, but he's with me on all these videos, and he's part. I've got some 60-second or some video shorts if you want to check them out of him. But this is my boy, and we just wanted to say thank you so much for checking out the video. Tune in next week. I'll be dropping more videos on unlocking amazing life assets through challenge, struggle, and adversity. So until next week, this has been Matthew Scigousky and Julius. We'll see you.